Top of the morning, 2025. Welcome to the recipe.
Yeah.
Morning. This podcast may close uncontrollable urge to save money, solve world problems, debate politics, and binge on your latest TV shows. Side effects include excessive laughter, spontaneous enlightenment, and our occasional eye-rolling puns. Please listen at your listener discretion because the stuff we saying, we just mix it up, man. Don't get mad at us.
Please don't.
Let us know if you want a sweet, sour, spicy, however it go. I'm the chef, and I got the IT tech in here, young nerd.
Young nerd.
Get it in, top of the year. What's happening?
What's going on, man? Doing all right?
Man, I can't complain at all, man.
Look, I'm just going to go in on it. How you feel about going 50-50? How you feel about going 50-50?
So, I've never...
Has there been a conversation between you guys?
I've never had a problem with going... I never thought, like, you needed a rule for something that was already supposed to be naturally stated.
Yeah.
I've been in situations where I didn't go in 50-50. I've been in situations where someone else supported me a little bit more. I've been in a situation where I've had to support
a little bit more
in the beginning, and then it converted into 50-50.
Yeah.
So just in general, I feel like with those type of situations, you should already know, when you move in with someone, what y'all, you know what I'm saying, that separation factor should be, what that percentage that someone should be kicking out.
Right. Is there a percentage? Like, do you think there's a percentage? Like, I don't think there's a percentage.
I feel like it's whatever works for your relationship. Some people walk into a situation and I don't walk into a situation where I wasn't asked to bring forth for nothing.
Yeah.
It don't mean that I didn't offer or whatever like that, but at the same time, that was the situation at the time.
Right.
I'm pretty sure for the opposite sex, if a dude brings you in their house and I'm pretty sure they not coming in like, so do I have to pay rent and everything? They're not thinking about that at all.
Look, so then you think it's more of a transaction? Do you think it's become more of a transaction? I think it's always been transactional, right? But I think more now it is more, the transactional part is more upfront versus before, versus like how we were taught, like, hey, you do this anyway, or hold the door for her. If you go out, if you invite her out to eat, you know what I'm saying, you pay for the food,
so, like the 50-50, see that, so I was kind of talking more as far as living situation, but like eating and all that there, my grandma always taught me a situation like this. It's like, if someone calls you and asks you to go out to eat with them,
I've heard that.
It's upon their discretion to pay, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
If, y'all talk about going out and y'all go out, that's, what they call going Dutch.
Yeah, going Dutch,
Anytime I went out on a date, I never thought they were going to pay for their food. I've always, just the way I was raised, felt like, so I always tried to control that situation too, because trying to fill out how much what I got personally, you know what I'm saying? So like, we can control the situation. Right. So that means that you can go to Cheesecake Factory if that's how much money you got to play with. We can go hard in Cheesecake Factory. We can't go hard in Papa Do's.
Man, I ain't going hard in none of those.
My first date was at Applebee's.
Man, when I discovered coffee, I started to say, hey, let's get coffee first, and then from there, that depends on how much I want to invest after that. People know, like, I know now people like coffee dates, but I would say do a coffee date. Do that first, so you can get a feel to know if you even want to invest more into
I feel like coffee dates, that's a good.
Yeah, and it's during the daytime. Yeah, it's I'm saying, like, just for safety, public daytime. Or even like
get a real good feel for if they really gonna be like, because you're not gonna sit here and order. She's not gonna order 40.
I don't know now.
Espresso.
I don't know, Joe. I don't know. Depending if maybe she's a coffee drinker. Maybe he or she's a coffee drinker. Like, I don't know. But I think it's more of it's a safe space for people just to have dialogue.
Started,
yeah. So then when you do move to a evening or brunch or something like that, like a coffee date or even brunch.
Brunch is always.
Brunch, yeah.
That's the key for the dudes. You want to keep it light on your pockets.
Go to brunch. Go to a brunch, baby.
Everything for breakfast or lunch or brunch. You're not gonna spend more than, I'm just saying, per person, you're not supposed to really spend more than on food. 15.
Yeah, correct. Man, when I discovered brunch, I was working downtown Athens. This is when Five Guys. Not Five Guys. It's like 5-star. I think it was like 5-star. I think that was the name of the cafe. 5-star was open. They had the best brunch. They had the best lunch. They had the best dinner. The place is in there now where they used to be.
I got you.
Yeah, but man, when I discovered that, I said, "Y'all got brunch?" Like, yeah. I went down there to brunch and I was by myself and I got ordered like, I forget what it's called, but it's like a biscuit you can get. I think it's like a Sunday biscuit, something like that. I forget the name of it. Anyway, when I discovered brunch though, it was on after that. Boy, it was good. Yeah. It was fresh. And then I went there for dinner, but to the same point though, it was affordable.
Yeah, you know it's more affordable. And then like I go to places all the time, man. You don't got to kill yourself
man.
Just when I'm going on dates with my wife now.
Yeah,
we kind of been around each other so long that we know how much we gonna spend, and how hard we gonna go. And we know if it's one of those. If we going to do that, sometimes you going in that situation where we finna go turn up.
Yeah. But it's a conversation before you get that far.
This is the feeling we want this weekend. You know what I'm saying?
If I understand correctly, nowadays it's found to be rude to have that type of conversation. Like, hey man, like look here, let's go here. Like to do a build or do a step by step versus coming out the gate. I want you to spend $200 on me. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's
not for
I'm not saying that.
It depends on your location too, right? So it depends on where you're dating at and what area you're at. So like dating in Athens, like eating out in Athens is different from eating out in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, yeah.
You know, so eating out in Atlanta is different from eating out in Cali. You know what I'm saying?
Feel like majority of the time, from the situations I've been in, I haven't dealt with too many women of that caliber. They've always wanted more of the time, or wanted to see the thought process about what I was thinking about doing with them.
Yeah. So planning it out.
It mattered more about the thought process of what I chose.
Yeah, correct.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't like
the fact that you thought through where I want to take you.
Yeah, why I wanted to take you. Not the point that, because most time I've always been the person, I want to do something different. I want to do something like I was gonna get out of Athens. If I was gonna take her out somewhere, I was gonna try to show her somewhere that I know no one had never touched.
You would show her something new. That boy want to show her something new.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, but in that beginning phase, I want to show you some new stuff around where we from that you might not know about.
Yeah, correct.
Too.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I done did that.
I'm the same way.
And I done hit, I know parks that.
Yeah.
It's parks in Athens that only if you are from Athens, you know it's a little park right here that no one don't know. They walk past it every day. Don't even know it's there.
Yeah, I'm like that too.
Take someone and it'll show you a place and where you're from, and it'll be like, dang, I never looked at this place in that manner. So I just like doing cool, thoughtful stuff if I'm gonna do something.
Yeah,
I feel like it's thought process.
That's probably the old school though, because pretty much we were taught the young ladies back then like the fact that the men would plan out the days and have a plan for them versus now it's a little different. I think now
have you planned out how much money you gonna spend on?
Correct. Like what's the budget? You know what I'm saying? That's why. So because I've seen like online where even coffee dates are insulting, but to me I think just for someone's safety and for especially like a young lady, so their safety and being in a public space, and then you drive your own vehicle there, y'all have a conversation, and then even if you're in certain spaces, like say like you're at like Starbucks over here on like Epps or Apps, you can go eat. Like there are plenty of places you can eat afterwards too.
Like if you want to continue
the conversation,
like you want to go get a bite somewhere.
Yeah, and then if like say like grab coffee around like 12. Right, it's still enough daylight for you to be like, you know what? Let's grab like a early.
you feeling each other vibe.
Yeah,
you kind of feeling out the situation to feel like, should I pursue this a little more? Do I really want to be around this person more or whatnot?
Right. Or am I going to end up in a trunk somewhere?
Oh, yeah.
That go male or female.
Yeah, for real.
Am I gonna come up missing? Like I don't think we're considering. I know people are considering like the budget. They're considering like, well, how much you're gonna spend. I mean, that's cool, man. Like that's further down the road because I think the key to all that is once you get in someone's heart, like once you get in the heart, they'll spend whatever. I think that's what people are missing.
The crazy part, what I feel like women don't understand, if you come off with or if a man comes off just spending money, like that means that they want ownership of what they have.
Yeah.
Most things that men buy, they own. They can put it to the side. They can put it on the shelf. If they want to play with their game today, they don't care because they own it. They know
correct.
They done bought it. Understand how a man think.
Yeah.
When we buy something, we own it.
Yeah.
For that duration, whatever we think that time is or whatever. So the more money we spend, the more that we're gonna want to do.
Yeah.
When you own you. So if you I know a lot of y'all women right now these days are more independent.
Let's preface. Now you gotta keep out. And some men have an understanding of the reasonable of that. Like when we say ownership, we mean we use it loosely, meaning no, we're not saying like you own that person, but I'm investing into this. I'm investing into this relationship. But there are some, and this goes for male or female. There are some that will take that ownership and pull it and stretch it and take it to the extreme. But you get to see that. You get to see that during that whole, because there'll be some red flags. Like there's keywords you can pick up on, but you get to see that at a coffee. If we just have coffee a few times, or then we get a little food afterwards, and still daylight, because they'll start. Well, people can only hide their true urges or their true behaviors for so long.
Yeah, only
they only can do it for so long.
That's why I was telling you that when we was in the car, like. I don't care what no one say. Go live with that person first. Yeah. That way, because you might not like how this person throw the clothes on the floor. Because you might get past that. But at the same time, you still got to live with that person to know that. Yeah. So,
see, I would say just be around them, interact with them, talk, conversation, communicate. Because even if y'all live together, or it's still gonna lead to the same thing, where you're still gonna have to learn how to voice and communicate those differences, right? Yeah. So then you won't take like the years we took to break our own personal bad behavior. Then you got to get to know this other individual, and then you got to get used to their behavior. Then you got to address what you don't like, then they got to address what they like. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So if you learn how to communicate effectively, I think that will be key. And then if you're around them and y'all enjoy each other's company, right?
That's what's gonna let you know if you want to be around them more personal in that environment.
Yeah. So. Then you gotta know, look at their friend circle, look at all that comes in play, man. Like you gotta look at all that stuff, especially now. You gotta ask way more questions now. Yeah. Hey. You gotta.
Sponsored by Brinkley and Brown Bookkeeping. They are accepting new clients.
I'm talking about these. I thought it would turn over real. They hoes. They okay with it.
You know what? But I would say it's more of because all it is just male behavior. Like
they done took.
They've taken it, and it's like anything. If you teach someone something, and show them something, but they take it to the extreme. It's all like an addiction or something. Because at the bottom, it really comes down to power. It's a power. It's a power thing. Like
and the crazy part, it make you look at.
It should make you look at self.
It make you look at being a man, and it make you want to be a little calmer. It make you change up your style a lot because you see that we just felt at one time that was just a male thing.
That's because that's the basic layer of that's the basic frequency, the lowest frequency.
And when they turned, this.
Amplified it. Yep.
What the word I want to use? When they integrated this system, and I got let's say the system of pride, the LGBTQ situation.
I was gonna say just pride in general, pride and ego.
The pronoun situation. No, because it's see, now we deal with a male and female energy that these women have taken a male energy and amplified it on a woman level and made it look prestigious.
Yeah.
Because it's always been a situation where if a man was a hoe, it didn't really matter. Like I'm just.
No, I'm with you. I'm from that generation. I'm with you.
That means if man had messed with a whole bunch of girls, even to other girls, you hear a girl talk, oh yeah, he got a whole bunch of girls, but at the same time, you can see that he's like,
yeah, but
you know
even,
what I'm saying?
but even with that though, it's always been a double standard, right?
Yeah.
But even with that, there still was integrity. People still they had integrity for themselves. So if men and women were fooling around with a bunch of men and women, right? Just the way all in the pot. Everybody had enough respect for one another and had enough humanity for one another. You know what I'm saying? There's always gonna be like exceptions to the rules.
To a situation where it's like.
But that's what I'm saying. But now there's no. But why? But here, let me counter with this, and let me pose this question: why should people care?
No, I feel like this. Like I feel like no one should actually care what you do. We should not have to see what you do.
No.
We don't see what you do.
No, but my point is it's not about the action. It's about why should humans care about another human?
No, because in the situation of like we were talking about the food, the reason why we care is because the way we lived in this culture, and just because the culture changed. I told my wife this the other day. Just because the rules change, we were just talking about that. Just because the rules change now, don't mean the same rule don't apply from back then. So
but people can counter with the rules from back then
are outdated.
Not necessarily outdated. They were still lopsided back then too.
But I feel like you can say they were lopsided to a situation, but as we can see. If you do feel like this new era is a little bit more loose and a little bit more out there, you can see where those rules actually came in place and work.
Because you had enough people to keep the balance. There's no balance now. There's no balance.
It's just like
it's a free for all. It's an open door.
You know what the crazy part? It brings it lets you know that. And I would talk to a friend at work about this. It brings the y'all have diminished y'all price.
Yeah.
Like $40, and that is it sounds so fucked up. I'm just being honest. They have done it. Literally. Their openness. Just think about this.
I know what you're talking. I know what you're saying. I know.
Y'all have made it.
The $40 to death.
They done yoga pants us to death. I just said it online the other day. Like, we love y'all yoga pants. We love yoga pants. But we know.
Like they'll yoga pants you death.
If you had them yoga pants on, you would look like that. You know that, right? But guess what? And I'm not saying, I know y'all gonna say, well, I wish I had known this shit was little.
Yeah. I mean, because the same thing, like we don't Air Jordan to death. We don't casually clothe to death. We don't take pride. I seen this one thing on it was a reel.
It ain't no secret. I'm talking like it ain't no Victoria don't got no secret no more.
But that's what I'm saying. There's no.
You can see. But that's Bubba say we can see everything.
But that's why I go back to and I thought you had this way with it. We don't have that integrity like we used to, like across the board.
Nah, just
across the board, just in general. Because there was always like, well, nah, I ain't gonna do that. Or I'm not gonna wear that. I ain't going that hard. Or people say like, nah, you probably gonna change that. Yeah. But now it's not that. It's what we have now is we've okayed all these things, and now we're trying to come back and say, well, no, you shouldn't do that. You need to stop that. You can't look. But here's the problem when you start unlocking doors and you start saying, okay, this, okay, that, okay. It's over with. Because you can't teach the bad behavior, then you can't okay the bad behavior, then come back and say, well, you shouldn't do that.
That's what's going on.
Yeah, that's
with churches right now.
That's what's going on. Period.
In general, churches got it bad, and I know y'all hate it, and I hate it for you.
What
but
they got
y'all
bad?
should have stood on business.
But you know what?
Because if you had stood on business, you have more of a backbone right now for churches, for people who want they flock to come back. They have way more backbone to stand on. Yeah, because we have parents. Ain't none of us been standing on. You know, we them parents who were raised off them parents who were totally against a lot of stuff that they do now. And we really is against it. Yeah. But we sit here and be like, because we want to be the friend and we want to be cool with our kids, we let a lot of stuff go now. And guess what? We messed up.
Yeah. But you know what?
Trying not to be like your parents. Know what you did.
You know what? You know what? I gotta. Yep.
You can say it.
Yep. You're right. You're right.
We wrong a little bit.
Even if we were little,
we did better a little bit.
Yeah, but even if we were little, because all it would depend on the parent, right? Depend on the new age kids. But to that point, you're right, because there's no real consequences for them. There's no real consequence like the consequences we got. Like
they don't understand.
I would tell my kids.
There's no way for them to understand.
It's like because the only way for them to understand is they have to feel it.
They the real people. Yeah. Look, they submitted their and stuff to us.
Yeah.
But if you look at it now, we never really got the benefit of all that. Like, so your parents. Now, they about 3 generations later, they got the benefit.
Yeah, because there's no.
So the 2000, it started in the 80s. What they were trying to implement there, and if you facts and but the real people who are protected it are the kids now. Because you try to whoop a kid now, they boy you. It's over.
You got to get there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because to that point, right? There's no. I tell my kids I said, y'all second line, because there's no real consequences if you get caught lying. If we got caught lying, if you got caught on a lie, you already know it ain't gonna be just no verbal.
Make sure that the lie really adds
you gotta
up.
make sure.
We done called someone else and let someone else walk that. We done ran down the street like, hey, look, check this out. If someone asks about this, we done backtrack.
We done backtrack because you gotta make sure everything. Because if it falls apart. It's gonna be some problems, and you're not just gonna get a verbal.
Look, they lied now and then start laughing about talk for real.
Right.
Like I got caught for real, and they can live in. You know what I don't like about these new people?
What?
They can actually live in the fantasy world.
Right.
Our parents would not let us live in the fantasy world.
Boy, you have reality 24/7.
But it would kick you in so quick. I'm talking about like you be a little kid, all in your dreams, all in your imagination.
And soon you feel that fire.
That's a movie. But they did it in a movie.
Nah, you can't do that. You can't do that in real life.
Y'all get look at internet and all this and see something for clips and you don't know if it's real, so you believe it's real, and then you can act like it's real, and then the whole world for months and months can act like something real, and it don't got to be real.
Nope.
We weren't allowed to live in a fantasy world.
After
reality was reality.
Yeah, correct. You got your time to play, but once we done playing, it's time to work. You on this roof? I ain't got time for you trying to daydream. Talking about I'm gonna play game.
Spider-Man,
boy, they will let you fall off that roof.
Look, you pick up the nail man right now on this roof. You pick up them nails, so we'll step on them.
Yeah, right.
And them pieces of tile. So if it don't fall off, we want to clean out the yard.
Let me tell you something.
Make a job hard.
My dad asked me. My dad was like, "All right, we gotta go work on the roof today." Okay. He's like, "This because this is the first roof he ever worked on." He's like, "Are you scared of heights?" I said, "Yeah, I'm scared of heights. I was scared of heights." Yeah. He said, "Well, all right then, grab that slide, grab that leg, let's go on up, grab that roof, and let's go." Yeah. I said, "I just told the man I'm scared of heights." The man said, "Grab the roof and go up, and you better not drop, man." Yeah, man. That's what that. And you know what?
And the person that was inside us did not want to let that person down, so we overcame our fear for something.
You do something to get me back loving you. You got me just torn in between the two. 'Cause I really wanna be with you, but something's telling me I should leave you alone.
You have no choice. You didn't have no choice. What you say? Like there's no choice. There was no like what? Like our kids get like.
I'm trying to say it like them counselors people be talking about.
Nah, man, forget all that. You ain't have no choice.
Your parent made you overcome your fear.
Nah,
we was scared of that. A whooping we were gonna get compared to follow rule. We were like, fall off the roof, get off
Right.
the roof.
Fall either.
I fall on the roof.
Yeah.
I
Tell
fall on the roof.
tell this man I ain't going up that ladder, and we don't got that lady house. We supposed to be working, and you wasting time and money. You will tell that man gone. Eugene like it wouldn't even be no countdown. It wouldn't have been the countdown. It would have been okay. Go up the ladder, and we play. Go up that ladder.
It was
More. It was more of.
You'd have forgot about your fear real quick.
And that's what I did. In my head, I like, well, just don't look down.
Don't look down.
But you better. I mean, and it taught us how to cope too. It taught me how to cope. It taught me how to get over fear. It taught me how to like what they say, stay in control, maintain myself and well-being. But I was on that roof and I was cautious.
It gave it that backbone.
Yeah.
It gave it that back. It gave that awareness.
Yeah, that became aware. Yeah.
Now you get what I remember. We used to get picked at. You remember we get picked at, and then we'll make the excuse where we got the fight and talk. But they were talking about my mama.
Yeah.
Oh, they were picking at you on the bus. That's why I got the fight. Your mama like, they don't know me.
Don't at all.
But at the time, they really probably did.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't understand how y'all feel bullied online, but you can just block this person.
You know what?
You can just
I didn't think bully was still a thing.
You can cut it off. Like you don't even.
Yeah.
Bro. I was on live the other night, and I was eating or something. Dude, like, it's all right for you to come out and all that stuff. So I'm laughing. So I see the girls in the chat. I'm like, yeah, they be trolling like hell on live. So I say, I'm eating right now, so I can't really touch my phone. I said, but you give me a couple minutes. I'm show you what you do there. Because I'm just gonna block you.
You just gonna block them?
I'm just, because you can. That's how easy. It ain't like when you going to school at the bus stop and someone checking your clothes or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't that direct. It's like, I don't even know you at all. All I gotta do is just not give you access to look at me.
That's it.
And then I don't have to worry about whatever you saying. Mm-hmm. So how could you actually bully me?
Right. But you know, like, we won't go for that bullying too much anyway.
Nah, but at the same time, like, we went for it.
Yeah. But you know what?
We went through it.
Because everybody was talking junk. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody.
Yeah,
it was an everyday thing.
Now, if someone say something, everybody can laugh at the person someone said something to. But then if the person turn around and be like, well, you offended me, and then everybody, it can't go back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Like, what's the earliest age you remember being offended, and who offended you?
Bro, I want to make sure you understand. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure you can probably ask anybody from our area that question, and we don't even really know what offended was. It would have to be.
Or first time you felt hurt, what they call it, like felt big emotions that you recall as a kid, and who?
No, I'm not. We probably did, but like not like that, not the way they feel.
Yeah, not the way they feel, but like what memory comes to head? Who was it?
When Keisha Gordon died. It had to be when I was in church when Keisha died. When I felt like an emotion, where I felt like, like y'all got to fuck up.
Yeah.
Like that would kind of flip me too.
Yeah.
Like, turn the dog.
Yeah.
Like, it was a lot of little stuff.
Yeah.
That brought like emotion, like when Trayvon died.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Little stuff like that, but it wasn't the stuff that like we went through, like going to school. It wasn't never like.
So it was. Yeah, it was never the nitpicking and stuff.
That was a criteria I thought that you supposed to have to go through. So I don't
go through. Where you got that criteria from? Where?
From living in. From
living where?
My community and.
But who's the first person? Yeah. Okay. See, that's what I'm going to go with.
They from the South, so like my grandma and them. I done heard stories of what they done went through way harder than them.
Yeah.
Whatever I was going through at the time. Yeah. To them, they were like, what?
What? Yeah.
You know what I'm
but it was home. It was family.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's my point.
Like you felt alienated.
Sponsored by Gain. Gain. You can get your Gain t-shirt at Creative Space at.
But I just don't feel like a lot of people in our era felt offended.
Yeah, because
like some white or black stuff.
Because you felt it at home first.
Yeah.
Like you felt you were already
you were already accustomed to that feeling,
people,
so it was a generic feeling.
Oh, people give you a hard time. You already accustomed to people give you a hard time and nagging on get up.
Feeling.
Yeah, correct. So same here.
It already became
at home. At home, we already. Yes. So when I
cousin pick at you.
That's what I'm saying. So everything happened at home. So then when we go out and about, we at school or wherever, it wasn't too much that bothered me because I'm like, man, if I do choose to do anything, go because if I take it all the way, I gotta go home, hit this man out. You know what I'm saying? Suffer the repercussion there. I don't feel like going through that because people didn't know my home life, but I didn't feel like going through that. So I let a lot of stuff slide when it came to being a fence. I gave out a lot of passes because I knew I didn't want to deal with
what the repercussions I had.
Yeah, like man, let me go wrestle track, let me go rap, let me go.
I can tell the time I felt offended. Mm-hmm. My dad had to speak for like NA or AA class.
Okay.
At the Grand Slam.
And
he was standing like, back in the day, if you stood when you had your hand on your hip, they're gonna automatically someone gonna think you gay. And boy, I believe
that's when
there were some of the times I felt offended. Yeah. Where I felt like someone would talk about my dad or something like that, knowing how much everybody should be up under my dad's ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was time like that, but the other stuff, it didn't hurt me that bad. Yeah. It just made me it made me think and get strong.
Yeah, start critical thinking.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just want to point out that it was home though.
Yeah.
It was at home.
Yeah, it was at home. Like you never really cared about, what we probably were the era of caring about what we wore to school.
Mm-hmm.
Like more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you had that fit on.
Because I remember when our parents used to tell us, we used to wear uniforms and everybody had.
And they brought the uniform back then.
They brought them back.
They brought them back after us. Like, y'all like the uniform so much. Here you go.
There you go.
Here you go. You just got yourself a uniform, man.
But yeah, man, I just. Yeah, I never really felt. We always thought we took it as a challenge to want to be better. It don't make. I believe the nerds. Just think about the nerds of our day. Mm-hmm. The nerds. It was what? It ain't really even such thing as a nerd now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like they don't even not in that aspect where you just are totally different. Like you one of those people who's so smart, people don't even mess with you. Mm-hmm. Like I'd have been that smart when I was young, where people don't talk to you because they know you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you have to start trying to be cool just to get people to talk to you.
And see, you know what? That's a good lead in because why do we have to revert? That audiobook I was listening to, it talks about this too. Why do we have to revert to, so like I said, not being smart or hood or street, right? So why we always have to prove who we are?
That's
all you're doing.
Most time we prove wrong.
Everything,
our whole life,
everything we spoke about up to this point, we've had to either adjust or prove or renew. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But why do we always fall in that category? Especially like when we get around our own peers, and you know what I'm saying, everybody got that outfit on, everybody got the girl, everybody got the boy. You know what I'm saying? But you sitting there by yourself, and then they start seeing that you know what I'm saying, start nitpicking on what you got. So now you already know you hurt because of your own background, right? But why do we always, even to this day, because it still plagues us today, and I think that's what's happening a lot in the world now, because a lot of times people are trying to prove who they are.
They doing a little baby album like that. The crazy part, I was thinking about, like, man, when that album come out, it's gonna be his time. But I was like, I'm kidding myself. Mm-hmm. You gotta think about it. Y'all kids move way too fast, and in the era that Lil Baby blew in, and whatever he going through right now, no matter how real y'all and how much about that life y'all say y'all in, y'all can't see why he has to grow. Yeah. Y'all can't see none of the transition. All y'all think is that, but he don't sound like he used to.
Cause he done grow.
He done grow.
He done grow and travel.
He got a friend that just was locked up that he was just giving millions of dollars to for lawyer fees, and all them. And he got another friend that he done did an album with that's locked up for life. Dude, he's supposed to come over and say all that crazy ass nigga shit
moment
and get locked up like them, for y'all to be like, oh, little baby still on point.
He's still hood.
He's still
hard. Bro.
I want to tell you something, bro. I wasn't a big fan of you a long time ago. You kind of grew on me personally due to hearing the kids.
Which is good though, because that's how music's supposed to do. It's supposed to grow on you.
But you know something? Don't go do no stupid stuff.
Right.
But do whatever you do.
Trying to prove.
Get what? If they don't want to hear it, you got some fans who want to hear that type of music. I'm telling you, you got some fans who really going through it and who really getting choices in life that they got to make choices where they got to do something better. And if you're a young brother and you want to change that and talk to someone a little bit better and not let them know like, hey, don't put your gang name on your business name. Exactly. Someone need to tell. Someone wish someone told you that off the rip, so you went there go revamp your whole name.
Come on now.
So
come on now,
man, y'all got to start getting these folk compassionate. And
or allow people to grow up.
Yeah,
or just let people grow up, because and that once again to our earlier conversation, that's part of the problem. Everybody want to be forever 21.
Yeah.
Forget you gonna get older. You gonna grow. You gonna change. You gonna like I am nowhere near the same person I was like when we first met in the Valley. I'm nowhere. You saying I'm listening to audiobooks about controlling anger. You know what I'm saying? Like, because life is about growing and evolving. Life's about maturing. It's all about renewing your mind. You're not doing that's a problem.
Some parts of who you used to be, but you shouldn't be the same person you were when you were 15 or 14 years old. If you were, you fucking up. I'm sorry to say it like that. I'm not supposed to be saying it like that, but sometimes you have to say something in a manner to let people understand that, like, man, you messing up, dog.
You gotta grow. You
gotta grow up.
You can't be afraid. You can't be afraid to grow.
Don't be scared of it. Like, it's gonna happen. You gonna get some gray hair. You don't gotta put no dye on it.
That's it.
You know how much money you gonna be spending on dye?
Right. I went there.
That's not you tripping. You a man.
You want you.
Come on, man.
We got, and I think that's key right there. Like, we gotta age, man. You're gonna age anyway. It's gonna go. But then you have the wisdom to go with life, right? Then you have the experience to go with life.
As long as you keep on covering up and trying to act like you're young, you're gonna stay stupid. You're gonna make the mistakes you made when you were young.
What they say about when we were kids, they say don't be no. It's bad to be a young fool than become an old fool.
Sure enough, I messed up.
Oh man.
And on that note, well, it's the recipe. Look forward to seeing you more this year. We got way more sponsors, Ponder Coffee Company, a lot more people. Hey, and if you want to be on our list for sponsors, man, tap in.
The recipe. Yep.